Right. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us for another WKS interview podcast. This time I'm with a band called The Head of the Traitor. How are you doing, guys?
All
No,
good, man,
very
all
good.
All good.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Shall we start off with, we'll start with Darren. What first got you into music?
Well, in terms of heavy music, I was actually talking to my sister about that the other day. I found like an old Offspring CD in her room, and she's far from listening to alternative music. So I was trying to ask her where did that come from, but she never knew. But ever since I found that, I stole it, and it just went down the spiral there. It just got heavier and heavier for there. So, aye, we don't know where that CD came from, but God bless them, whoever left it there.
Brilliant. So are you, Darren, are you a guitarist, a drummer? What part do you play in it?
Oh no, I'm vocals, man. I'm not that talented.
Okay. Superb. George, where did it start for you then, mate?
It was kind of back when I was younger. I used to do like a lot of dirt biking and stuff. There was a lot of like punk that was on the CDs. But it did kind of start with like Green Day, Offspring, Slipknot, Korn, and then I got a double bass pedal and Fear Factory Slayer and just heavy, everything heavy since. And then recently it just keeps getting heavier, really.
Okay, so are you the drummer then?
Aye.
Right. Brilliant. We'll just say that another member of your band might be joining us part of the way through because he's worked and what have you, and he's got to fire his laptop up and everything. But
aye.
Richie then, so what about yourself? Where did musically, where did it all start for you?
I think originally when I was a wee kid doing skateboarding, that kind of follows the pop punky kind of stuff, OPM, Linkin Park, and time went on, started like Metallica, and then as the other guys have said, kind of spiraled into people shouting down microphones and some blast beats going on.
Fair play. Yeah, fair play. And I can see in the background bass guitar, so you must be the bassist then.
No, that's actually my girlfriment's bass. Okay. I'm the guitarist.
I didn't even notice that.
Superb. So I want to sort of, what sort of music typically do you play genre-wise? Let's go with Darren again.
It's very heavy, so I would say we're calling it symphonic deathcore. There's a lot of inspiration for like Shadow Intent, Avengers Crown, stuff like that. But heavy music with an atmosphere to sum it up, I would say. Okay. So aye.
So how long you been together then, George?
I don't know. Is it about maybe a year and a half odd now, maybe a bit longer? I'm not too sure. It was me and the other guitarist that maybe joined us, Tony, that kind of jammed back and forth a couple of years ago, and then we're just like, fuck it, we'll just take it seriously and try to get some folk on board. And I had a lot more time now to practice all the time, so we just started practicing more, and then it just came about. But I'm pretty sure it's at least been about a year that we've maybe all been together.
Okay, so what music's out there at the moment from you guys? Richie, let's go with that.
We've currently got The Forest of the Impaled. That is on Spotify and YouTube, and it was launched through Slam Worldwide. We've got a sneaky one in the works at the moment. There's no set date, but we're all working on it, and it should be out soon. We've not really spoke about releasing any information about the track title yet. So that's maybe something we could speak about later on.
Okay, superb. So with the lockdown and all that sort of stuff, how's it? I mean, I know gigs and everything's been cancelled, but how's it affected you guys, creatively and musically? Has it been because some of the bands I interview say it's been really good for them. They've been able to have the time and suddenly it's given them focus. So they've been a lot more productive writing wise. And some have just said it's just completely blown them out of the water and they don't know what they're doing. So, George, how's it affected, you think, for yourself?
Well, even just how long this has been going on for and where the band kind of started. there wasn't that many practices in before we got till we got into lockdown. But the writing is it's just kept flowing, keeps coming. Like, we have got a decent amount of material for the time we've been together, and there's always ideas bouncing back and forth.
Right.
There's always riffs going on. There's always ideas and inputs going on. So as a whole, we've been all right. And I suppose in that extent, we've been focused and we've been on it. It's just the sake of actually getting together to practice that will come after lockdown.
Yeah.
Apart from that, it's been all right. We've been just doing what we can do.
So
a couple of us together.
Darren, who's the main lyricist then? Who does all or if you know, is there one person that does the lyrics, or you're all involved?
I think I've got everything wrote down for everything we have the now. So far I have been writing everything, but I do get a wee bit of mental blocks sometimes if I need a wee horn. Like Tony helped us with the Forester Impaled. He helped us a bit with that. No, I write it nice to do now.
Okay, so you found the lockdown inspirational for writing or not?
It hasn't really changed for me because I'm mostly night shift in my day job, so to speak. So I find my time to write then, because no much actually happens when I'm on night shift. So I need to make it a bit productive to get me through the night now. But in that sense, nothing's changed.
Okay, for fair play. So gig wise, before the lockdown, how many sort of gigs roughly have you managed to get in before the lockdown? Whoever wants to answer that.
We still haven't played a gig yet as a band. So we've not.
Right.
We're still waiting to play our first gig. It's still nice and fresh.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good.
There's meant to be something in the works at some point, but as soon as anything opens up, we'll be straight on it.
Right. So you've got nothing sort of, in a sense, in the pipeline gig-wise at the moment, penciled in?
No, not just yet. There's something kind of on the go, but we'll just need to wait and see.
Yeah, I got you. So coming out the lockdown then, Richie, you know, is your plans basically, do you think, as a band to get more material down on, you know, recorded, or to get out there and play, which would be your main priority?
Oh, ideally both. We would like to get there and get people exposed to who we are.
Yeah.
But as well as with that momentum of new fans, getting them to pointed towards our Spotify and our YouTubes and all that kind of stuff. Like other bands are doing previous to the pandemic.
Right. So as a band, you know, when we come out of lockdown, have you got the means to travel distance for gigs and stuff? Have you?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So where can people, if they wanted to listen to the music, Darren, where can they go for? Do you know what I mean? Have you got any stuff on YouTube?
YouTube via Slam Worldwide. I'm pretty sure we've got a YouTube channel as well. The tracks up on that, and Spotify. I'm not sure about anything else. Is that it? Is it?
It's on all your usual iTunes, Amazon, Google, all the usual stuff.
And they just put in the head of the Traitor and it'll come up.
Yep.
Fantastic. So Facebook page, you got one of them going?
Yep.
Brilliant. Superb. So what is it then that you enjoy most about playing? Is it the live gigging? Is it the writing? Is it just the camaraderie as a band? George, you know, what is it for you personally that you enjoy?
It's all of the above, really, but everyone's really enjoyed it. But like, I enjoy gigging. Like, for me, nothing can compare to that natural adrenaline you get from a gig and people enjoying your stuff. Nothing can really compare to that. And it's good. Don't mind showing off and that, just turning up, put on a good show, going fucking mental.
Fair enough.
And especially now, because there's 6 of us in the band, it's quite a presence anyway. Just turning up with 6 metalheads, folk are just like, something decent might happen here.
Yeah, and brilliant. Is that the same for you two others then, Darren and Richie? Is it the same? It's that live vibe.
I think I'm the only one in the group. It's a virgin when it comes to playing a gig. So I've always been itching for that. I've always wanted that. So that's my goal. But right now, I would say, I don't know. I like the writing.
Right.
I like the writing aspect there.
So are you the only singer in the group, or have you got others that, you know, go with it?
Craig, he's on the keys. He will be doing backing vocals.
Okay.
For the live set, and then there's been talks about getting him in to record some of his vocals there, some of the tracks for the album. So David was just recently,
right.
He was just getting into the vocals as well. So it takes a bit of strain off of me for live gigs for sure.
All right. And we got Tony just joining us. How you doing?
Hey, hello. Sorry about that.
That's all right, mate. That's fine. Yeah, we are recording and just yakking away about the band and, you know, where you've been and where you're heading, basically.
Excellent.
So let's have a quick whiz round. If it wasn't for the music, you know, what do you think you'd be doing now if you weren't doing the music? So we start with Darren and then work our way around.
I guess I'd just be very miserable in my day job.
Honest answer.
The music is literally the only thing that's keeping me sane at the moment. Like, I love every minute of it.
Brilliant.
I can't deny it.
Brilliant. What about you, Richie?
Probably be kind of just writing stuff by myself, trying to find band members and being lost there. Yeah.
And Tony, your first question then, you know, what would you be doing if it wasn't for the music?
What would I be doing? I work a hell of a lot of hours, so I'm probably just much the same as Darren. I'd probably just be writing stuff. It's kind of the same as Richie, just writing stuff for the sake of writing it and just working non-stop. That's
fair
like
play.
my life.
Yeah,
man.
What about you, George?
Yeah, well, for me it's kind of weird because it's kind of the opposite for me just now. Like, I finished doing my old job like a year odd ago, so now I've got more time for music when I didn't have before. So I'm just happy to be back at it, man.
Yeah,
I would definitely be doing it in some way, shape, or form, but for sure, you gotta have that relief in your life once you've got it.
Okay, brilliant. So if you guys as a band could open up for any other band, past or present or whatever, who would you like to, you know, that opportunity, who would you like to open up for? So if we start, I mean, you might all go, yeah, straight away, it's the same thing, but Darren, so, you know, who would you like to open up for?
No hesitation, 13 Blood Promises. That's a big goal of mine, if that ever comes across.
Does that go for everybody then? Does that go for everybody?
I think you'll get different answers. Different answers for everyone.
Darren ones, I think we could achieve that. We'll get that on the go with Darren, mate.
Okay.
Yeah,
so if we just go quickly round, starting again with Darren, musically, who's your inspiration?
You've hit me there. If you're talking about a general frontman, there's a band called Future Islands. Like, he inspires me to be like a frontman, and that's no anything like metal. But in terms of like vocals, again, it'd be 13 Blood Promises again. I'm just obsessed with them.
Okay, fair enough. What about yourself, Richie?
Oh, that's a tricky one. I would say probably for me it's After the Burial and some more kind of stuff leaning towards the kind of metalcore scene, but with kind of heavier aspirations, really.
Okay, Tony, who inspires you?
Inspires me as an actual guitar player. One of my all-time favourites is probably Michael Romeo from a band Symphony X. He's just phenomenal. The guy can riff, he can solo, he can just do absolutely everything. In terms of like band-wise, you're probably looking at like Lorna Shore and Black Dahlia Murder. They're just like kings to me. So
brilliant, George.
Well, I think for inspirations and stuff would have to be like, for me it was like Old Fear Factory and Slayer, but then I do like a lot of stuff nowadays like Whitechapel and Aversion's Crown, Shadow of Intent, and Oceano. But I listen to just a wide range of metal, all about, but not too much. Yeah, not too much cheesy stuff. All kinds of metal.
Brilliant. Right, well, we've actually come up to that point of the last question, and I know George was saying he got to shoot off quickly. So the last question will go round. I ask everybody this question. So start with Darren. Is there anybody you want to thank for you being here musically now?
Tony.
Nice.
Honestly, it's a weird story how I kind of got involved. It was like a post for like 2019 that Tony just happened to message, and I've been happier ever since. So Tony, I guess.
Brilliant. What about yourself, Richie?
Tony? No, just the band have been absolutely brilliant. Everyone in it, we get along so well. We've never had any quarrels, nothing like that. It just feels like the guys my bros. So yeah, and I'll definitely say the band, as well as my partner for being really supportive. But yeah.
Superb. Tony?
Thanks for getting into music. I mean, I kind of grew up listening to like old cliche AC/DC, Metallica and stuff like that, and I really wanted to get a drum set, and it just was never going to happen because they're just so expensive and so big. So like my mum for Christmas got me a little acoustic guitar, and I'm shredding Metallica on it and stuff like that. So I mean, my mum, and then also my wife for letting me actually buy new musical stuff. Some stuff she knows, some stuff she doesn't. You know,
it's one of them. Fantastic.
The boys in the band are just amazing though. We're just having loads of fun, getting stuff done.
Superb.
Yeah,
man.
Finally, George.
For me, it'd have to be just a really old friend acquaintance that wouldn't teach me a bass line. So I was like, fuck you, if I'm not playing bass, then I've got to play drums. And then ever since then, I'm a drummer, I'm not a bassist. Not here for that.
Brilliant.
And I don't know, thank my feet for carrying me about and playing double bass pedal. And just the boys in general. It's just been happy days. There's no dramas. It's just, it's been the most easygoing, relaxed, adult, productive band ever that play the most heaviest, disgusting music ever. So
superb.
So good.
Guys, look, thank you so much for your time and giving me the interview. And who knows? Yeah, no worries. Who knows that one day you might be able to come this far down into Cornwall and I can catch you at a gig. It'd be fantastic.
Buy you a beer.
That'd be lovely. Yeah.
We're buying a lot of people beers.
Yeah, I've almost forgotten.
I've almost 6 of us, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've almost forgotten what beer tastes like, to be honest. We've got a couple of good venues down here. I mean, 6 of you would definitely, one of the places would definitely fill the stage beyond capacity, you know. But it'd be great. It'd be great to catch up and see you guys live.
Brilliant.
Hope so.
All right. No worries, guys. Take care of yourselves and hopefully see you soon.
You too, man. Take it easy.
Thank you.
Cheers.